All right, everybody. I'm just gonna make a quick video, and I know I've already got it torn apart, but everybody's telling me to make a quick video and let people know on a 2015 Dodge Ram with the V6, the Pentastar motor in it. So, you ever drive away and notice this huge long stream of oil behind you, and you can't figure out where it's coming from because there's oil all over the place? Looks like it's running down the bell housing, it looks like it's down the transmission, it's all underneath by the oil pan. So you think it's an oil pan gasket. You get it cleaned up, check the oil leak, well, it's all over the place again. I'll tell you right now, a lot of people think it's a rear main seal, they think it's the front seal. Some people have problems with coolant mixing with the oil and they think it's a blown head gasket. It is this guy right here. Check this out. So this is what your oil filter goes into, okay? And it goes down in there, and that silver part right there, that's the oil cooler. Why they would decide to put it in the middle of a hot motor to cool oil, I have no idea. Makes no sense to me, but they did it. So, that part you can get it right there on Amazon, 86 bucks, 100 bucks or so. I probably wouldn't go the cheapest route, just for the fact that you probably get what you pay for. This one, I think, was $120. Looks pretty good. Didn't come with the sensors because my sensors are still good. But as I pulled the old one out, these O-rings right here, they get dry rotted, and they don't make a good seal. Let's see if we can get to it. Okay, so on mine, this back one is the one that was bad. Had all the oil coming out of it. These are coolant lines right here, and they were still good and sealed up. So I didn't have coolant or water in my oil or anything like that. But I'll tell you this, as I pulled it out, being very careful with it as well, pulling this rubber hose off the back of this, because it sits down in there like that, down in that V, okay? As I pulled that hose off, being very careful, it cracked that part right off. Just because it was old, it was brittle, it's plastic, goes through the heat cycles. And so how you're getting, on another note, how you're getting so much oil coming down, spilling out just randomly. You'll be at a dead stop, checking for the leaks, and nothing's dripping, just little tiny residual drops. But when you drive away, all of a sudden you've got this huge stream of oil, okay? What's happening is this valley down here, I've got it somewhat cleaned out a little bit, but so it needs a lot more cleaning. It fills up to the brim with oil. And then when you go, all that centrifugal force pushes it all, sloshes it towards the back, and right back there, that's the top of the bell housing. So it runs over the cover right there, fills all the way up to the brim, spills over and down on top of the transmission, all the way around it, and it just coats everything. You slam on the brakes too hard or something, all that fluid comes to the front and sloshes over this way and then runs down front of the motor. So you can't ever tell where the heck this oil leak is coming from. I'll tell you, it's this part right here. Here, hold this for me right here. I'll show them. Check this out. Okay, so when it sits down in there like that, okay, this is where your oil filter goes. Turn this cap off so you know exactly what I'm talking about. And there's your oil filter, okay? Put it down in there. So the only part you're ever gonna see on this motor when you're just looking at it with the 3.6 liter Pentastar, which I think there is one more that's, it was the year before this one came out. You can tell the difference, how this one's kind of perforated on the top. There's a solid one that doesn't have the perforations in it, and the filter's a little bit different. So I'll show you that, the difference. Now, both parts will interchange, but if you could go with the newer style, I would definitely suggest it. See, this one doesn't have a rod that comes up in the middle. The older ones had a rod that comes up in the middle and then goes through the filter right there. It doesn't have this nipple on the filter. But what happened is that the rod that came up in the middle would break down in there, and then you'd lose your oil pressure and everything. So get the one with the the nipple, if you are having to upgrade to this, okay? So the only thing you're gonna ever see on this motor when it's down in there is from about right here and up. You're not ever gonna be able to see this because it sits down underneath the injectors, underneath the bottom manifold, the top manifold. You have to take all that stuff off, which the other horrible design flaw on these Pentastar motors is to change the plugs on this side, the driver's side, you have to take the intake manifold off. Meaning you have to take this whole entire thing off of this motor to replace the 3 spark plugs on that side of the motor. Ridiculous, but it is what it is. So I've seen a bunch of these about the Jeep Wranglers, stuff like that. Same motor, same concept, but some people don't realize that they put these motors in a ton of different vehicles. So once again, it's a 2015 Dodge Ram with the V6 Pentastar motor in it. The 3.6 liter. You can see, a little 1500. It's got plenty of power, surprisingly. I haul a welding machine in the back of it. You know, I've also got my big welding machine as well. But this is great to just hop in, run around. It pulls trailers just fine. It's got plenty of power. Very surprising for a little V6. I've never been a V6 person, always a V8 or a diesel motor, but I'm very surprised with this. So just the little things that they skimped on and stuff, like the plastic parts that heat up and everything, that wasn't a very good design. But as far as power goes, it's a great little motor. So if you liked the video, if you want to see more stuff like this, I don't normally do it and I don't normally post to YouTube, but everybody's telling me to start doing it more because we do some pretty cool stuff with the Tackett Welding and Poor Boys Motorsports and stuff, building old cafe racers, or, you know, welding up skyscrapers. You know, you never know what you're gonna see. So I think I will start videotaping some more projects. So we've got quite a few more projects coming up. We've got a reverse trike that we're doing. We've got a big steel fence that we're going to be building. We've got some more projects. We've got a skateboard ramp that we're building for the boys. All sorts of little things. The build out on the enclosed trailer. I'll try to post the videos of that. That was a good build. We'll post some videos of the build we're doing on the Can-Am Maverick 1000, the Maverick Sport 4-seater. It's a mouthful, but some pretty cool stuff on that we did. So let me know. Give me a thumbs up. Hit the like button. Let me know what I can improve on, because you know what? I'm new to it, so I'll take all the help and advice I can take. So appreciate you guys watching. Let me know. I'll take some more videos and stuff and post them of a little more detail on the install on this for everybody if they want to see more about it. And we'll go from there. Appreciate it. Have a good one.